Hello students, today we will study pronoun. So pronoun, as you know, is also a part of speech. You have studied different parts of speech: noun, pronoun, adverb, adjective, okay, preposition, conjunction. So today we are going to study this part of speech known as pronoun. Now what is it? Pronoun is a word that replaces a noun in a sentence, okay. What is the work of pronoun? It replaces noun, okay. Means every time when in a sentence a noun is repeated, so this pronoun will substitute that noun, okay. So have a look at the sentence. Some examples of pronoun: he, it, they, I, we, you. These are the pronouns that replace noun in the sentence. Now this is an example written over here. My name is John. John likes to travel. John went to America to meet John's friend Joseph. Now here every time one word is repeated, a noun is in, you can see repetition of noun in the entire content that is written on the board. My name is John, then again John, then again John, then John's friend. So can you see this repetition? Doesn't it sound very cumbersome? Sentence becomes cumbersome, ठीक है, heavy सा लगने लगता है sentence. So what do? Is we will replace this noun with a pronoun to make a sentence look easy, okay. To avoid this repetition of the same word again and again, we will replace this word with pronoun. Let's see how. First of all, in the first sentence we cannot use pronoun directly. Why? Because first of all we have to introduce the noun about which we are talking. So my name is John, okay. So John, we have introduced this name, right. Now we can replace this word with pronoun. Now John, who is John? My name is John. So if my name is John, then what will I use over here? I, okay, I. And then here likes will become like. I like to travel. Then again we will remove this. I went to America to meet John's friend. Now who is John? I am John, so I will write a possessive word over here, to meet my friend. Fine. What is the name of my friend? Joseph, okay. So I went to America to meet my friend Joseph. Now again I am writing about Joseph. Joseph likes to read, so I will remove this and I will write about Joseph. Now I am addressing Joseph, so I will write over here, I am talking about third person. Who is the third person? Joseph is the third person, so I will use he over here. He likes to read, okay. Now John purchased a book from the station and John gifted the book to Joseph. So I will again replace John with I purchased a book from the station, and I will remove John from here, it is not needed, and gifted. Now here again, what did I purchase? I purchased a book. From where? From the station. And gifted the book, again the repetition is there, you can see the book is repeating over here. So what am I going to do? I will change this into pronoun. Instead of writing the noun again and again, the book, what is the pronoun used for? Things, we use it. So I will write it over here. So my sentence is complete now. So what is the paragraph all about? Now you can see it will look better. It won't look like things are getting repeated again and again. See, my name is John. I like to travel. So I, instead of John, I have written. Then I went to America to meet my friend Joseph. Then he is whom? Joseph. He likes to read. I purchased a book from the station and gifted it to Joseph, okay. So here it has replaced this noun, fine. So I hope you have understood the concept why we use a pronoun: to avoid repetition. Pronouns are used to avoid repetition of noun in a sentence, okay. So you can write it over here: to avoid repetition, fine. To avoid repetition, fine. So this is the use of a pronoun in a sentence. So now we are going to study the different types of pronouns. The second topic is types of pronouns. Okay, types of pronoun. So today we are going to study the first type of pronoun, that is the personal pronoun. Which pronoun? Personal pronoun. Now when we talk about personal pronoun, you will see there are three main categories. Okay. Now personal pronouns, they refer to persons. What do they refer? They refer to persons. Now these are of three types. Fine. These pronouns are of three types and each type will represent different persons. Like first category, subcategory of personal pronoun is first person. First person. Okay. So this was the category. Then second category, first person, it refers to persons who is speaking. Okay, it refers to person, or you can say singular or plural. You can write it like this, it refers to person or persons speaking. Okay, what is the main term over here? Speaking. Person means singular and persons means plural. Fine, both the case exist over here. So what are the examples of first person? I and we. Fine, I is singular and we is plural. Okay, and now the second category is the second person. Second person. So if we talk about second person, it refers to person or persons, that is singular and plural, both cases exist, listening. Here what is the key word? Listening is the key word. Okay, first person is the speaker, second person is the listener. Fine. What are the examples of second person? You. You is second person, whether you talk in singular terms or you talk in plural terms. Okay, it is used for both singular and plural. In both the cases, you remains you only. Fine. For example, if I am talking to one student of the class, then I will say, for example, I am talking to Aditi. Fine. So I will say, Aditi, you have to give the answer to my question. Okay, I used you over here. Aditi, you will answer my question, you. Now suppose I am not talking to Aditi, but I am talking to all of you. Fine. Now I am addressing all of you. What am I going to say? Now you all will answer my questions one by one, right? I again used you, though I was talking to all of you, right? Even when I was talking to Aditi, I used you, and even when I was talking to all of you, I used you. So you remains you in both the cases. But in case of first person, for singular I will use I, and for plural I will we have to use we. Fine. Now the last category of personal pronoun is third person. Third person. Now this third person is very interesting. It refers to the person or persons spoken of. Spoken of. Spoken of means जिसके बारे में बात हो रही है. Okay, and in case of listening to, we say spoken to. Okay, either you say second person, it refers to person or persons listening, or the person or persons spoken to, यानी कि जिससे हम बात कर रहे हैं. तो हम किससे बात कर रहे हैं? जो हमें सुन रहा है उससे बात कर रहे हैं. So it is one and the same thing. And here spoken of is the key word. Means spoken of means of whom we are talking. Of whom we are talking, यानी कि यहाँ पर किसकी बात हो रही है? The person spoken of, यानी कि जिस इंसान की बात हो रही है, ठीक है, उसको हम थर्ड पर्सन बोलेंगे. So like I and you, okay, that means we are talking about someone else. For example, we are talking about Prime Minister Narendra Modi, right? So who is Narendra Modi over here? Third person. What is first person? I. Who is second person? You. And third person, the person of whom we are talking, that is Narendra Modi, right? So I hope you have understood all the three cases of personal pronouns. So let me tell you the examples over here. If we talk about he, she and it, these are used for singular third person, fine. And if I use they is used for plural third person. They is used for plural third person. Okay, so here we complete personal pronoun. This is very easy and the most important topic of this chapter, because the entire pronoun will revolve on this concept. If you have not understood this, then it will become difficult for you to understand the rules of the pronoun. Then this is further used in other chapters also, like in tense, when you will apply the verb. Okay, you have to keep in mind the pronoun that is used. Okay, then in subject, verb and agreement, you have to see which pronoun is used. So all the chapters are interrelated, and this concept of personal pronoun is a key concept. Okay, this concept is important to understand different concepts of grammar. So please pay attention on this. And now the next type of pronoun that we are going to take is, it is the reciprocal pronoun. But before taking, the next type of pronoun is the reciprocal pronoun. Reciprocal means something that reciprocates. Something that reciprocates. Reciprocate means exchanging something. Okay. Reciprocal. This is the second pronoun. Reciprocal pronoun. Okay. Now reciprocal, the name itself suggests, नेम से ही पता चल रहा है कि कुछ रेसिप्रोकेट कर रहे हैं हम. These pronouns are used when feelings or emotions, you all understand what are feelings and emotions? Okay, when they are reciprocated. Okay, means when they are exchanged. So whenever you see the exchange of feelings and emotions, you will use this pronoun. Okay, reciprocated means you can say exchange. Fine, it means exchange. I have written the meaning in the bracket. So let's have a look at the example of reciprocal pronoun. There are two reciprocal pronouns. Fine. In personal pronouns we had three categories, and in reciprocal pronouns we have two subcategories. First one is each other, okay, and the second one is one another. Okay, now what is the difference between each other and one another? Each other and one another, are they same or are they different? Yes, they are different. Each other is used in case of two persons. Okay, each other is used in case of two persons, whereas one another is used let's have a look at the example first. Now this one another is used in case of more than two persons. Okay. Now let's have a look at the examples. Rohan and his friend greeted each other on Christmas. Rohan and his friend greeted each other on Christmas. Now here, who are we talking about? We are talking about two people over here. First one is Rohan and second one is friend. So when two persons are referred, we use what? We use each other in the sentence. This is the reciprocal pronoun. Now what is reciprocated over here? क्या चीज़ है जो exchange हो रही है इन दोनों के बीच में? Greetings exchange हो रही हैं. Okay. When we meet our friends and relatives on Diwali or on any occasion, what do? We exchange our greetings, we exchange our gifts, right? Whenever you go to a birthday party, you exchange gifts. Yes, you bring a present for the person and then that person gives you a return gift or something, right? So this mutual exchange of feelings or emotions when you are greeting someone, you make use of reciprocal pronoun, right? Then whenever we are talking about more than two persons, then in that case we will make use of one another. For example, students and teachers congratulated one another. Okay. Now here we will use one another because we are talking about more than two. Okay. Students and teachers. If I say all the students and teachers, okay, all the students and teachers. So I think you have understood we are talking about more than two over here. So one another. Let's have some more examples. Bride and the bridegroom exchanged rings with each other or one another. Who is bride and who is bridegroom? The people in who are getting married, right? So bride and bridegroom, these are two people. They exchanged rings with each other or one another. So here we are talking about two persons, so we will use each other in this case. Fine. Okay. So this is complete reciprocal pronoun, and now we can start the next category of pronoun, that is demonstrative pronoun. So these are very simple, nothing complicated. Now you can easily identify where to use which pronoun. Now the next category is, that is the third category, we call it demonstrative pronoun. Demonstrative pronoun. Now what is this demonstrative pronoun? These are used to point out at something. Okay, demonstratives are the words that are used to point out. किसी चीज़ की ओर आपको इशारा करना है, किसी चीज़ की तरफ point out करना है, तब आप इसे use करेंगे. So what is the key word over here? These are used to point out. ये सबसे important point है यहाँ का. Now again there are several categories under demonstrative pronoun. अच्छा, ये किसको point out कर सकते हैं? कोई भी चीज़ हो सकती है. Okay, they can point out persons or things. Okay, anything, किसी भी चीज़ को कर सकते हैं ये, for which they stand. They are used to point out persons or things they stand for, means जिसके भी लिए ये use हुआ है, जिस भी चीज़ को या इंसान को ये रेफर कर रहा है उसके लिए. Now what are the categories under demonstrative? Let's have a look. The first category is this, the second category is that, the third category is these, and the fourth category is those. Now what is the difference between these? अब इनमें difference क्या होगा? This, that, these and those. This में क्या होता है? This is used to point out any singular object that is near. Okay, it points out any singular object that is near. So here you have to remember two words. First is near and second is singular object. Fine. In case of that, it is used to point out any plural objects. Okay, so this is used in case of plural objects that are far. Okay, that are far. So this is important. Then these, why do we use these? To point out sorry, here it will be singular only, I am so sorry. That is also used to point out singular object that is far. Fine, that is far. And these point out any plural objects, that are near. Okay, these or those, they are used to point out at plural objects. Okay, and those also for plural objects. That are far, ये हमसे दूर होते हैं. ठीक है, that is why we make use of those over here. Now I will help you to understand this with some examples. I hope you have taken these keywords written in blocks, this, that, these and those, right? Now let's have a look at the example. Okay, I am having two markers in my hand, right? How many markers are there in my hand? Two markers. Now this marker, okay, now which marker is near? The marker in my left hand is near to me, means ये वाला जो है ये मेरे पास है, and this one ये जो है ये दूर है, ठीक है. नाउ पे अटेंशन ऑन माई वर्ड्स. आई एम एक्सप्लेनिंग यू दिस एंड दैट. फाइन. दिस इज यूज टू पॉइंट आउट एनी सिंगुलर ऑब्जेक्ट. नाउ दिस इज ऑल्सो सिंगुलर एंड दिस इज ऑल्सो सिंगुलर, ठीक है. दोनों अलग अलग हाथों में मेरे दोनों एक एक मार्कर है. नाउ नियर जो है उसके लिए मैं दिस यूज़ करूँगी, तो अब मैं इस वाले के लिए दिस यूज़ करूँ या इसके लिए दिस यूज़ करूँ. डेफिनेटली फॉर द मार्कर विच इज़ नियर टू मी आई विल यूज़ दिस फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर, फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर मार्कर. एंड ये वाला जो है इसके लिए क्या यूज़ करूँगी, दैट. ओके, दैट मार्कर एंड दिस मार्कर. ओके, दिस मार्कर दैट मार्कर. फाइन. नाउ लेट मी कंबाइन ऑल दीज, ठीक है. अब मैंने दोनों मार्कर्स को एक साथ पकड़ा है, ठीक है. एंड दोनों मार्कर को अब मैंने एक साथ पकड़ लिया. अब मैं क्या बोलूँगी, and I am holding a duster in my hand. Duster and I am holding a duster and my phone. Fine. Now you tell me, मेरे right hand में जो है duster and phone and in my left hand markers. कितने objects हैं ये, singular या plural? दोनों हाथों में, दोनों हाथों में एक से ज़्यादा objects है. So these are plural. Fine. Now what am I going to do? इसको मैंने दूर रख दिया अपने से, duster और फ़ोन को, और मार्कर मेरे पास हैं. अब मैं मार्कर के लिए दीज बोलूँगी या दोज बोलूँगी. आई विल यूज़ दीज फॉर मार्कर्स. दीज मार्कर्स आर यूज टू राइट ऑन वाइट बोर्ड. एंड फॉर द ऑब्जेक्ट्स दैट आर केप्ट फार अवे फ्रॉम मी, ये वाले जो ऑब्जेक्ट्स हैं ये मुझसे दूर हैं थोड़े, तो इनके लिए मैं बोलूँगी दोज ऑब्जेक्ट्स. ओके, आई विल नॉट से दीज ऑब्जेक्ट्स, ठीक है. वो मुझसे दूर है तो दूर वाली चीज़ के लिए दोज. फाइन. सो लेट मी एक्सप्लेन यू विथ सम मोर एग्जाम्पल्स. I am standing over here. Fine. Now let's talk about this word. Okay. और वहाँ पे वो जो demonstrative लिखा है उसके लिए मैं क्या बोलूँगी, I will say that word, this word, that word. ठीक है, something that is far. Now suppose I am talking about these words written in blocks. ठीक है, and then the examples written over there of demonstrative pronoun. So I will say these are examples, these are the keywords and those words are the types of demonstrative pronouns. तो मैंने जो मुझसे दूर लिखे हुए हैं उनके लिए those बोला और जो मेरे पास लिखे हुए हैं उनके लिए these बोला. ठीक है, this is the difference. अच्छा, this का plural क्या होता है, these, और that का plural होता है those. Okay, now here we complete demonstrative pronoun. The next category, that is also very simple. Now I'll continue this demonstrative pronoun to explain one more concept to you people. Examples of demonstrative pronoun I am taking. Okay. Now how to use them, okay, or you can say use of demonstrative pronouns. Now see, I am writing two sentences. First sentence is, this is my book. This book is mine. Okay, those people are bad. Those are bad people. Okay. Now, I think first two sentences, they are almost similar, right? And the next two sentences, they are also similar, right? Meaning is same in both the cases. Now tell me one thing, this is my book here, which is the demonstrative word? This is the demonstrative word. Then this book is mine here, what is the demonstrative word? This is the demonstrative word. Okay, and here those is demonstrative and here also those is demonstrative. But tell me one thing, is this word, demonstrative word, this pronoun in both the sentences? क्या हम ये कहेंगे कि दिस जो यूज़ हुआ है दोनों सेंटेंस में, फर्स्ट में सेकंड में, इन दोनों में दिस जो है वो प्रोनाउन ही है? क्या हम कह सकते हैं ऐसा? नो, वी कैन नॉट से सो. दिस इज माई बुक, हियर दिस इज अ डेमोन्स्ट्रेटिव प्रोनाउन. Okay, here this is a demonstrative pronoun. But in second sentence, this book is mine, this is a demonstrative pronoun? No, here it is demonstrative adjective. Okay, this is very important. This one here, this is demonstrative adjective. Why? Because it is immediately followed by a noun. Okay, see the first sentence, is a noun coming immediately after this? No, is a verb. Okay, noun nahi hai. If demonstrative word is immediately followed by a noun, then it is a demonstrative adjective. Okay, so demonstrative pronouns, you have to note one point. Demonstrative pronouns are not immediately followed by nouns. Remember this point. Okay, demonstrative, this you have to remember, you have to note this. Demonstrative pronouns are not immediately followed by nouns. You can have some examples over here. Okay, similarly those people are bad. Now here those is the demonstrative word. Okay, but it is immediately followed by a noun. Fine. So here those is what? Here those is demonstrative adjective. It is not a demonstrative pronoun. Fine. This is the difference between demonstrative adjective and demonstrative pronoun. Now when I am going to teach you chapter adjectives, in that case I am not going to repeat the same thing. Okay, वहाँ पे भी हम पढ़ेंगे demonstrative adjectives हैं, types of adjectives में, ठीक है. So I am explaining that over here only, understand the concept. Now the fourth sentence, those are bad people. Here are is not a noun, so here those is demonstrative pronoun. Okay, got it? So this was very important for you to understand. Fine. If any demonstrative word is followed by a noun, then it is termed demonstrative adjective. Fine. We will study this under the categories of adjectives, but I have already explained the entire concept over here. Alright. So that is it. Okay, is there any other demonstrative pronoun? Can we use any other demonstrative pronoun apart from this, that, these, those? Is there any other word that we can use to point out at something? Yes. One such example of demonstrative pronoun can be such. Such को हम use कर सकते हैं demonstrative pronoun की तरह. कैसे? इसके we cannot use a noun immediately after that, because just now I told you if a noun comes immediately after demonstrative verb, then it becomes a demonstrative adjective. But if we want to use such in form of a demonstrative pronoun, we will say such are the cases, or you can say such are the movies that create impact on society. Such are the movies that create impact on society. Suppose I watched a movie, okay. now that movie was very motivating, okay, inspirational movie. So now I am referring to that movie and saying that such are the movies that create impact on society, okay. I have not said such movies create impact. If I say such movies create impact, if this is my sentence, so I think you can easily identify. Here again I have used such, but such is immediately followed by a noun. So here such is what? Such is demonstrative, or let me write it over there only. Here such is demonstrative. क्या होएगा यहाँ पर? It is immediately followed by noun, so it is demonstrative adjective, okay. And in case number 5, example number 5, such are the movies, here such is a demonstrative pronoun. All right, so these are the examples. Now where else can we use demonstrative pronouns? इनकी और क्या यूसेज होती है? Whenever we refer to any sentence or statement that was previously stated, ठीक है, कोई भी ऐसा सेंटेंस जो मैंने पहले बोला हो और अब मैं उसकी बात वापस से कर रही हूँ, then we will make use of these demonstrative pronouns. For example, if I say, let's talk about now use of demonstrative pronouns when any sentence or statement is previously stated. For example, अच्छा यहाँ पर जो हमने पढ़ा था these two examples, right? These are the uses of demonstrative pronoun when some category is implied. Now both these examples, 5th and 6th, are used when a specific category is implied. You can see I am talking about a particular category in point number 5th and 6th. कुछ खास किस्म की हम बात कर रहे हैं, कोई भी चीज़ हो सकती है, मूवीज़ की हम बात कर रहे हैं यहाँ पर. Some specific category of movies we are talking about, that is why we have used a demonstrative word such over here, okay. We can say these, we can use the, those, okay. Accordingly we will apply the word, fine. So one use was this, another use is that when any sentence or statement is previously stated and we refer it again, कोई भी बात जो कि हमने पहले कही थी अब हम वापस उसका रेफरेंस दे रहे हैं, in that case also we will make use of demonstrative pronouns. For example, suppose I am teaching you mathematics, okay. I am teaching you mathematics, so suppose I told you there was one formula, okay. There was one formula, a square plus b square plus abc, whatever, okay. So now again I am referring that formula again, okay. When I am speaking I am referring to something that I told you earlier. In that case also we will use demonstrative pronoun. For example, जैसे मान लीजिए मैंने आपको noun पढ़ाया था, ठीक है. I told you knowledge is an idea, it is an abstract noun, ठीक है. Now this concept was explained in that class of noun. तो अभी मैं उसका रेफरेंस दे रही हूँ, तो मैं यहाँ पर demonstrative word बोलूँगी. I will say I explained this concept of abstract nouns in the previous sessions. ठीक है. अब मैंने यहाँ पर this यूज़ किया या फिर I explained this कह लो, सिर्फ I explained this in the previous class कह लो, इतना सा कह लो. Because I am simply, why should I write the name of that noun again? I should simply use a demonstrative pronoun. Suppose मैं आपको बता रही हूँ कि मैंने abstract noun आपको पढ़ाया था, ठीक है. तो मैंने बोला what is knowledge, what is abstract noun, तो अब मैं क्या बोलूँगी? I explained this in the previous class, ठीक है. अब यहाँ मैंने एक डेमोन्स्ट्रेटिव वर्ड बोल दिया, बस डेमोन्स्ट्रेटिव प्रोनाउन यूज़ कर दिया, एक्सप्लेन दिस बिकॉज आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट समथिंग दैट आई प्रीवियसली स्टेटेड, ठीक है। मुझे यहाँ पर पूरा बोलने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, आई एक्सप्लेन्ड द एब्स्ट्रैक्ट नाउन इन द प्रीवियस क्लास, मैंने सिंपली बोल दिया आई एक्सप्लेन दिस, ठीक है, क्योंकि उसकी बात एकदम से निकल आई, ठीक है। दिस वॉज जस्ट एन एग्जाम्पल, फाइन, टू एक्सप्लेन यू हाउ वी यूज डेमोन्स्ट्रेटिव वर्ड्स